Sabrina Carpenter might be pop's reigning sweetheart, the glittery, unbothered voice behind radio's most addictive hooks. But her life off stage hasn't always been a fairy tale. Beneath the rhinestones and cheeky lyrics is a woman who's faced heartbreak, loss, anxiety, and even a bomb threat, all before the age of 30. Yet somehow, she's managed to turn every disaster into a chart-topping melody and a smirk that says, "I'm fine." Mostly. From dreamy kid to Disney darling. Before Sabrina Carpenter could legally drive, she was already chasing the spotlight like it owed her money. As a kid, she landed a gig on Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, uploaded Adele and Christina Aguilera covers to YouTube, and even snagged third place in a Miley Cyrus-hosted online talent show. For most preteens, that's an exhausting week. For Sabrina, it was just Tuesday. But success came with a price. While her voice soared, her classmates' tolerance plummeted. She later told Interview magazine that she was bullied for, wait for it, singing. Ironically, she said, I was bullied for having big dreams. Apparently, ambition was a crime in middle school. Feeling suffocated, Sabrina switched to homeschooling, a decision she now credits for her sanity. It sounds dramatic, she admitted, but I felt safer learning that way. That decision turned out to be the first of many times she'd walk away from toxicity, gracefully and probably in a killer outfit. Guided, misguided, and finally self-guided. Fast forward a few years, and the same girl who once got teased for her voice was now a Disney star with platinum pipes. But even then, not everything was sparkly behind the scenes. Sabrina told Time magazine in 2024 that for much of her early career, she felt guided and misguided by people who didn't necessarily have her best interests at heart. Translation: Hollywood has more snakes than a reptile expo. Still, Carpenter found the silver lining. I'm grateful for the times I was led astray, she said, because now I trust my instincts more. Her fifth album, Emails I Can't Send, became her sonic emancipation, messy, confessional, and gloriously human. I wanted to make sure to still be young while I'm young, she explained. Trying to be a robot angel leads to regrets later. That's Sabrina in a nutshell. Self-aware, a little chaotic, and refreshingly unwilling to pretend she's perfect. Heartbreak, rewritten in cursive. On Emails I Can't Send, Sabrina bared her soul, and possibly a few tear-stained pages from her diary. Songs like Tornado Warnings captured the emotional storm of her first major heartbreak. Though she never named names, the internet naturally tried to do that for her. She admitted the breakup shook her to her core. In a chat with Zane Lowe in 2024, she confessed that it took time to heal. It made me question everything about myself, she said. You start wondering if other people's opinions matter more than your own. By 2025, Sabrina told Vogue that this wasn't just another breakup, it was grief with Wi-Fi. It was my biggest heartbreak yet, she said. Grieving someone who's still alive hits differently. She learned that love doesn't always end in silence. Sometimes it ends with an album. Anxiety, but make it relatable. Before therapy, TikTok made mental health trendy, Sabrina was already singing about it. Her 2019 track Exhale turned her struggle with anxiety into a soft, trembling confession. She told MTV News that it felt like 1,000 questions you can't answer, and that sometimes you just can't breathe. At first, she hesitated to share her struggles publicly. I never wanted anyone to think I was complaining, she said. I have so much to be grateful for. But eventually, she realized that honesty connects more than perfection ever could. Just because you're grateful, she reminded fans, doesn't mean you're not struggling. In true Carpenter fashion, she found a way to turn panic into poetry and made millions feel less alone in the process. Losing Cameron Boyce. In 2019, Sabrina suffered a devastating loss when her close friend and fellow Disney alum Cameron Boyce passed away suddenly from an epileptic seizure at just 20 years old. The two shared years of laughter and friendship during their Disney days, and his death left her gutted. Sabrina's tribute to him on Facebook was raw and heartfelt. "I can't grasp what a world without you looks like. I'm so lucky to have known you." She celebrated his humor, kindness, and brilliance, closing her message with, "You'll be so missed, but never forgotten. See you again one day, Cam." It was a reminder that even the brightest stars can leave us far too soon, and that grief doesn't disappear, it just becomes part of the melody. When pop drama turns deadly serious, then came 2021, the year Driver's License broke the internet. Olivia Rodrigo's breakout hit painted a tale of teenage heartbreak involving her ex, Joshua Bassett, and an unnamed blonde girl. Cue the detective work of millions of TikTokers, and suddenly, Sabrina Carpenter was the alleged other woman. While she never confirmed or denied the rumors, her song, "Because I Liked a Boy," on Emails I Can't Send offered a wink and a wince. "Now I'm a homewrecker, I'm a slut. I got death threats filling up semi-trucks," she sang. It was both hilarious and horrifyingly true. The situation spiraled so fast that all three artists involved received real-life threats. Rodrigo later admitted the ordeal was overwhelming and said she learned to give a heads up before releasing any song that might cause World War Pop 3.0. Losing family, finding strength. In 2020, Sabrina's heart broke again when her grandfather, Frank Cartwright, passed away. "My heart hurts immensely," she wrote on Instagram, promising to look after her grandmother. 2 years later, tragedy struck once more when her beloved grandma, Marilyn Cartwright, whom she called her biggest fan, also passed. Sabrina's tribute was filled with gratitude. "You made everyone feel important. You gave me so much genuine love, and I'll never take that for granted." Her bond with her grandparents was legendary among fans. Once, she tweeted that her grandma thought Smoke and Fire had a hot beat. Another time, she joked that they spent Christmas playing ping pong. It's safe to say Carpenter's wit is hereditary. A literal bombshell moment. In 2022, Sabrina's Emails I Can't Send tour hit a terrifying snag when a show in Portland was abruptly canceled due to a credible bomb threat. She later told fans how heartbroken she was, writing, "This is the last thing I want to do." Authorities confirmed that the threat targeted the original venue, the Crystal Ballroom, but for safety, organizers shut everything down. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but for Sabrina, it was another reminder that fame sometimes comes with frightening side effects. Imagine prepping for a show and instead rehearsing your evacuation plan. Rumors, romance, and a rebellious response. By 2024, Sabrina Carpenter's love life was back in the spotlight, this time with her Please, Please, Please co-star Barry Keoghan. Fans crowned them the cutest chaos couple, but the fairy tale ended after a year, reportedly due to busy schedules. Of course, the internet had other theories. Rumors of infidelity spread like wildfire, forcing Keoghan to deny it all on X, saying he'd had enough. Influencer Brecky Hill, accused of being the other woman, chimed in too. "I've never even met Barry." The whole saga felt like a season of Love Island, but Sabrina stayed effortlessly unbothered, probably turning the drama into her next hit, lip-sync accusations, and a mic drop moment. Even when she's not caught in love triangles, Sabrina can't escape controversy. During her short and sweet world tour in 2024, a TikToker accused her of lip-syncing, claiming her live vocals were 30% real, 70% backing track. Sabrina's response? Iconic. In a since-deleted comment, she clapped back, "I sing live at every show, 100%. Would you like to speak to my audio engineers?" Mic drop. Literally. But the critic persisted, insisting her backing vocals were too high. The internet, ever the drama club, ate it up. The moment proved that while Sabrina's voice is undeniable, so is her sarcasm. And that might be her best instrument when album art causes an uproar. In June 2025, Sabrina Carpenter stirred chaos again with her 7th album, Man's Best Friend. Instead of applause, the cover, showing her on all fours as a man holds her hair, sent the internet into meltdown. The Guardian called it soft porn pandering to the male gaze, while the New York Post slammed it as a disservice to girl power. Sabrina, unfazed, clapped back on X. "Girl, yes, and it's good. I'm actually a very normal amount of horny." Later, she told Rolling Stone, "People complain I sing about sex, but those are the songs you make popular. Clearly, you love it too." And that's the story of how Sabrina Carpenter turned heartbreak, chaos, and a few online trolls into pure pop perfection. If you enjoyed diving into Sabrina's wild ride, don't forget to hit that like and make sure to subscribe. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and remember, if life gives you drama, turn it into a hit song.